Hi, this is Cheryl for Bayer's Pampered Stampers. In this demo, I want to show you a lot of fun stuff from Lawn Fawn. We recently had a new release, lots of cool products with that. So I want to show you that. As far as I'm concerned, the star of the show is a die mechanism called the Swish and Pop Pull Tab. And pardon me, I've been bending this card around so much trying to show it that my rainbow gets stuck a little bit. It should not. Let me show you on one of these cards. But essentially, when you pull the tab, you have something that pops up and swishes across the page. Is that cool or what? Here's another one. You can use the Swish and Pop Pull Tab, either landscape like you saw, or portrait like this. Sorry, my fingers, big fat fingers, are in the way here, and I'm not just pulling the tab, I'm pulling the card, and it's creating a problem. But you can see here where the bubbles disappear behind that mouse, and then all of a sudden they pop back up again as if they were blown out of his little bubble pipe or bubble wand. How fun is that? So again, it works. It is the Swish and Pop Pull Tab. It works either regular portrait or landscape like this. It can be used, the same one exactly, can be used on a slimline card as well. So we're going to look at those things a little bit more in part 2 of my demo this week. I've decided to separate it out. First of all, show you the products, and then I'm going to stop and regroup, and I'm going to show you how to make this really cute rainbow card. And again, I apologize. This mechanism is just giving me heartache right now. You can see what's happening is it's catching right there. I should have done something to prevent that from happening, but I didn't. Now it's a little late. Normally that won't happen, but I've got so many layers up here that it's just getting pushed out a little bit more than it ought to. So let me set that aside. Actually, while we're here, let's go ahead and look at some of the things that go with it. So again, there's the Swish and Pop Pull Tab. We'll show you that. It's very, very easy to use and very versatile. Our mice sets, there's a stamp and die set. You can't see the dies because I've got them put away. But these go along and create the fun little bubble scenes that you see in these cards. I want to point out that these mice are exactly the same proportion as the other mice sets they've issued. So the skating mice, and I think there's one other, and I can't think of it right now, but they're all the same proportion. So if you don't like this mouse or whatever, and you prefer one in another set, swap it in. It will work just fine. They really are focused on versatility with their stamps and dies right now, so helping us to get the most use that we can out of their products. Along with it, and let me show you the words here, you have the hugs word here and the thanks word here. Those are called Scripty Bubble Sentiments. So you have the stamped sentiment, and then you also have a die set that cuts it out. So really fun to use for lots of cards, not just the bubble cards. So you can think of a lot of ways of using it. And then finally, on the bubble theme, there's a bubble border. And so it has this outer edge that you can cut the shape of the card, and then you can cut some bubbles to go along the edge of that shape. So very, very cool. Gotta love the bubble people and the mice and everything else. They're just a lot of fun. Pardon me as I shuffle things. Again, we'll revisit Swish and Pop in part 2 of this video, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to put that together. Oops, I got another bubble. Another new set for us this time is called Tiny Friends. And so there's 16 little friends that you can use on your Lawn Fawn cards. I think these would be a lot of fun with the houses and that sort of thing. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to do a card for you to show them off. I will be doing that very shortly, so watch for it in the shop in the next week or two. But a lot of fun characters. My thought for a card, and this is what I'll probably do, is use a part of the house, put a little road in, grab this Car Critters set. This is a couple of releases ago again, and put a couple little characters in the car, have them driving off on the road, and then probably have Grandma and Grandpa, and you can see them right there. Hopefully there's not too much glare, waving goodbye as the visitors, are going home. So another really fun set. We can always use little people for different things. If you remember the house, it'd be nice to have 1 or 2 of them in the doorway. It doesn't come with that at this point in time. So that's the Tiny Friends stamp set, and of course it's got dies. I put mine away in these envelopes so they don't get lost. And unfortunately, when I do that, it's really hard for you to see what they look like. Sorry about that. There's a very fun set called Virtual Friends. Here's an example of a reveal wheel card using Virtual Friends. So we go from loading on screen to having 4 people on our Zoom call. We're all doing that right now, whether we want to or not. Here we just have 1 person on screen, and then we're back to our loading screen. But how fun is that? Here's the stamp set, so you get the monitor, the table that it's sitting on, a couple of different setups for 4 friends. There's a blank one, so you can use your tiny friends and fill in with whoever you think is appropriate from that set. Some bigger characters down here, and of course the loading bar, which we all need. Of course, there's dies that go with it. This time I can show you because I haven't put those away yet. Lots and lots of fun with that set. Now there's also kind of an add-on or a separate die called pop-up desk. And let me show you what that looks like here. You open your card up, and inside you have this 3-dimensional desk that comes out of nowhere. Now part of this set is the computer die. Again, you've got a screen that's separate that you can do, the drawers for your desk, and that sort of thing. The computer in this example is done using a new holographic set of papers that they have. There's five different papers in the package. Each one is different. You definitely just want to use this for accent pieces, because can you imagine having a full card of that? You'd probably blind somebody. But again, just a lot of fun to have that little desk available and popping up out of your card. Maybe this is your front, and then the desk pops up inside. Who knows? You'll find something fun to do with it. To do the reveal wheel, we do need another part. This is the rectangle window add-on, and that gives us a rectangular window for the computer screen. But hey, it's been a while since we had to purchase anything reveal wheel, right? When we did cameras a couple of weeks ago, I talked about the magic iris and the fact that there would be new things to go with it. Here we've got the sunshine dies, and there's actually 2 of them. So here I am. This tab is just a little short for some reason. I'm not sure why. And it opens up to reveal a fun sentiment. Hello, sunshine. If you don't have reveal wheel, you can also use the sunshine die alone. And so here it is with just one of the sentiments on the inside, sending big hugs. Now let me show you the dies themselves. There are actually two of them. This one is called Outside In Stitch Sun, and it gives you this die here. So you've got stitching around the pointed edges, stitching around the circular center. The companion die to it is called it's called Stitch Sun Frame. I get carried away with my naming, kind of just like Lawn Fawn sometimes. You get a lacier effect when you cut out this piece. That's actually what it looks like. And it looks best when you just kind of layer it over that solid sunshine die. You can either put it on like that where the little prongs are offset, or you can put it on where they match. It's up to you. I'm using two different colors of yellow here because I want you to see that they're exactly the same size, but they work so nicely together. You could, I mean, if you're me and you love Lawn Fawn, you're going to buy them both, but you could really pick and choose which one you prefer and just go with one. I like them layered. There's a lot of fun in layering them. So again, that's the Outside In Stitch Sun and the Stitched Sun Frame. Use it with Magic Iris. Don't use it with Magic Iris. All up to you and what you want to do. They also came out this release with a set of stamps, magic messages, that fit exactly inside of a Magic Iris card. So it's going to work very well with our sun, with the camera, with anything else. I just love this sentiment, "You make me smile," or "Hello Sunshine." It's another great one with this die set. So more and more we're seeing them come out with stamps that are just exactly the right size to go in the center. You can either stamp them either on the background page. You can see that didn't happen here because our background page is the plaid. So what you typically might do is save the center that cuts out of the middle of the sun and stamp on there. Very cool. Okay. Again, one of their themes in this release is trying to give us different uses or more uses for things that have already been released. A year or so ago, they released this Hey Lady stamp set. It's really fun, but if you want a green leaf, you're going to have to color it in. If you want a red and black ladybug, you're going to have to do some coloring. So for this release, they came out with the Hey Lady die set. Oh, sorry, it's called Ladybug and Leaf. And you can see on the back one way of doing it. Here's a card that was done as a part of a symposium we participated in earlier this year. The outline of the leaf was cut out of black, and the little green pieces, sorry, let me take that back. The leaf itself was cut out of black and of green, and these pieces were taken and placed into the black frame to get your green color. And then similarly, the pieces from the ladybug were cut in either red or black to give us that. So again, a lot more versatility. And for those of us who don't always like stamping and coloring, it's nice to be able to die cut and have that same versatility. It's a fun leaf, and I love the ladybug. It's just too cool. This release, Lawn Fawn came out with a new product called flip-flops. Flip-flops are designed to make it super easy for us to use our favorite characters in reverse. So if you have the Butterfly Kisses set, you recognize this little guy that can have the butterfly net in his hands. He's chasing off in this direction. The flip-flop, and what first thing you notice here is they changed the color of the packaging. So this one's blue outline with a white center. This one's white outline with a blue center. That tells you there's another one like it out there somewhere. But this guy's going the opposite direction, and so does his net. They typically give you another sentiment or two. Here we've got a couple of extra butterflies flying in the right direction, because if I was stuck with these, I'd never be able to catch them with the net going in that direction. So lots and lots of fun with that. They also released one to go with the Elfie Selfie stamp set, and sorry I couldn't find that one. But too fun. Here's a card that we made using that set. So this is from the Elfie Selfie set, excuse me. And this elephant is from the Flip Flop. Too fun, too easy. There's butterflies. I think these butterflies are both from the original set. Sending Big Virtual Hugs is from a different stamp set, but the boop is here with elephant. How fun is that? Again, these are the popularly priced ones where you're not paying a lot of money to get a little stamp set. And of course, they have the dies that go with it too. Yes, there's other ways we could do this and get the elephant reversed, but it's a little more work, and I still don't have a die that's going to cut it in reverse. So I kind of like that they've done this part for me. Last but by no means least, I want to show you a cute tiny box add-on with this release. It's a frog. How cute is that? I just love him. I think that he would look darling with googly eyes. I did it this way because that's, you know, sort of the way the die went. But oh, how fun. He's got even a little crown, because we know this is our fairy prince here, ready to sweep us off our feet and take us out of the doldrums of life, right? But I love the little details, the things that cut out the little holes that give you the contrast and everything else. I just love the way they do these boxes. And then a couple of releases ago, they came out with a hedgehog. And this one I didn't get a chance to get done and get in the shop, so I wanted to show you this one as well. I'm bringing them up closer because I want you to see the detail. The die actually cuts all these little spikes in. So you're going to take your nail and just lift them up. I didn't have a lot of contrast between my box color and the color that I put over top. So it didn't show real well to show off his little spikies. So what I did was to take some darker brown ink and just sort of work those tips so they're really darkened quite a lot, as is the hair right around his face, just to give him a little bit more character. And again, another really fun tiny box add-on from Lawn Fawn. And by the way, if you're waiting for that tiny box add-on, there are some in shop now. We were finally able to get those in. There's another die, though, that I want you to check out that works with these. Any of the tiny box add-ons that you have, it's actually a pop-up die. So it goes inside of the card, and when the recipient opens up the card, the box opens up to show a frog, a hedgehog, a chick, a bunny, a whatever. So I'm really excited about having that available too. And I have a couple of Easter cards that I'm going to do for you. Watch for a video here real soon, and the cards to be in the shop probably early next week, so that you can take a look at those, because they'll make darling little Easter cards, the bunny or the chick. But really, any of the animals are so perfect for this. As you build your collection of the little critters, remember that you can take pieces, parts from one and use it on another. You can make entirely different animals, maybe, based on what you have. For example, our little Hedgie here, I think this face would make him a perfect lion. And so I would just do smooth sides all the way around, and I change the tail to be more of a lion's tail. And there's probably something, maybe the cat tail that's hanging around out there, that you could pick up and use. So definitely use your creativity. They're not done releasing these little add-on dies at all, but there's a lot of fun things that you can be doing on your own. So I think that's about it for what I wanted to show you of the new Lawn Fawn release. Again, watch for all of these samples in shop. I'll have a few more in the next couple of weeks so that you can see some of the newer products and some ideas for using them. Don't forget to go to Lawn Fawn's website, because they often have a lot of helpful advice too on how to do it. I hope you all stick with me for part 2 of the demo. Part 2 of the demo, I'm going to show you the swish and pop mechanism, how easy it is really to put together and use, and hopefully you'll get some great ideas about using that. So thanks for watching part 1. Please do join me for part 2. Thank you. Bye.